Hello everybody, my name is Troublemaker, and I know it's been a while since you've heard from me. I haven't really been doing a lot in StarCraft 2, truth be told, just laddering pretty much, so, I did all the standard stuff. So, a little premise for this, we're going to do a Thor rush versus Protoss, and our Protoss is Green Peach. He is a high diamond level player, so he's, just on the tip of being Masters. And we'll premise this a little bit. The problem right now, which has been observed by a fair amount of the community, StarCraft 2 community, is that the game is broken. And this isn't just, Terran QQing about Protoss being hard. That's not the problem at all. The problem is that with the size of the maps being so large, there's no way to stop Protosses from early expanding. However, as a Terran, if you early expand, because of proxies, the Protoss has way too many options to stop you from doing this. So, basically there's a few things Protosses do to defend pushes. One is a little bit of forge and a bunch of cannons, and that stops like very heavy marine aggression and can put hampering on Marauders, so it's decent defense. Another one is they'll build like 3 or 4 gateways, pump out 5-6 sentries, and the sentries will hold the ramp off, and at the same time they can use the sentries to prevent repairs to your bunkers, to destroy your bunkers and just bust you. So yeah, Protosses have some pretty good ways of beating a lot of stuff. So the Thor rush was a very, very early answer to sentries. Force fields get collapsed by massive units, and so in our build we have gas, we have a barracks, and you got to get out some marines. Can't go to this really all that fast. And so as you can see here, I'm just gonna be annoying. I'm not actually trying to destroy the pylon, and he knows this. I'm trying to pick a probe off of the line to chase this, but he's not giving chase, which is a shame. As a Protoss, you never want this to go into the below 200. Once this thing starts taking damage, then you consider taking a probe off the line, as that can have an effect later on in the game if big rushes are coming. And as you can see, doing a little bit of damage, but the Zealot is out, chases away my SCV, but I'm not going to lose it. So I'm doing here is called a partial wall off. And what's going to happen is, this is basically, if Zealots come up here, and Stalkers, they have to funnel into a very specific direction, and so after I get 3 Marines, I'm totally walled against Zealots, and their Zealots, and every other Marine will act as the arc of fire. Eventually you can put down another supply depot there, but there's no need, not for this rush. So we got 3 Marines out, and then we got a reactor on our barracks, and we have dropped our factory. Factory first, and then reactor. We got double gas going up. It's really important. Let's get these SCVs over there. Thank you very much, Troublemaker. As you can see here, he is going for the expansion. And it's a very greedy expansion besides. He has 1 gateway, warp tech, and there's a 2nd gateway. And he's got dudes on the map. And this is the problem. Protosses are being very, very greedy. And they can. They're allowed to get away with it. Most Protosses on most other maps other than this one's a little bit weird, you can't do it with this one. They'll just 15 pylon, or 15 nexus, So, he scouts the 3 Marines, so he comes in, he's going to poke, and just get a pick, and he runs. And he sees 3 Marines, and he goes, oh, well I got more supply here, and da-da-da, just in time. And so I'm going to get pretty much a free, I could have microed that Marine back and saved it, got the free Zealot, but whatever, 1 Marine for 1 Zealot is a good trade. So with my scouting path here, I went the SCV this way, and now he comes down. And this way, what you want to do is evade the towers, because you're going to have a stalker just sit on the tower. And if you can do that, you won't pick off your SCV before it hits the location, and you can get a decent amount of scouting information. It's like, looking at my vision, I see Nexus, I see Gateway, Gateway, Gateway. So I have an idea what's going on. I know this guy's not going to all-in me. Why do I know this? He's only got 3 gateways. What it tells me is that he is probably going to go for some other form of tech maybe saving up for Robo, maybe if there's Robo, you know? Had this been 4, 5, 6 gateways, it would have told me these are just going to push in. So we get the Thor on the way, Armory comes down immediately as soon as you get the factory down, then you tech lab, and you just keep making Marines of the barracks. The Marines are the DPS. This guy is a tank. We're going to swipe half of our SCVs. Just like that, and boom. Right click on the Thor, set them to auto repair, and away we go. So some kind of variations on this. Some people like to move their Marines ahead, clear this tower, and then, you know, bring in the Thor. A lot of people like to do that. And that way he just can't prepare for it. Preparation for that means getting out and immortal. I'm just going to flat out do this. Why? Because, you know, I'm not really afraid of what he's doing. So you see that first entry, you know, he's going to be heavy zealot and heavy sentry, and these are not the units to beat this with. These units get crushed by Marines. So we put in the Thor first, and this is for the illustration purposes. We'll go in slow-mo here. Now his first reaction, his knee-jerk reaction is like, oh god, every Protoss is trained to do this, and the Thor pushes it through. They're immediately thinking like, I must put down a force field, I must put down a force field. So we're just going to kill all this off to normal speed. Let's go a little faster. We can build a bunker here. It's always a good idea. And the bunker establishes a foothold back at the base. Do I have an expansion coming up? Nope. I have money coming up for one. I got lots of stuff being built. I could probably build another Thor. Probably get some more supply depots down. And what's he doing? Getting down the Immortals. More Immortals. And he's bringing all the probes because he knows this is pretty much an all-in. And, you know, he has a lot of Zealots and probes. Look at the position of SCVs and Thor. Very, very hard to hit with this. He has to get a really weird surround. And the bunker acts as a part of a wall-in, so that everything's pretty safe. That is actually total victory. He's got nothing left. You know, it's a really successful push. It's a really good push. It's really early, and it is something that will catch greedy Protosses heavily off guard just because of how little this is done. As the metagame is currently broken for PvT, and the more of this that happens, the more pushes, the faster it'll get fixed. What point did I win this? Well, is it the point where I lost to Zealot? No. The point where I won this was when he started warping in lots of sentries and lots of Zealots. And you can kind of see it's like, oh, all these sentries and Zealots. Every Protoss immediately thinks this. No one ever thinks that Thor is coming. And this push, you have to have very specific units to beat it. Lots of Zealots, lots of Immortals. So, thank you guys for watching, and please take this build, please cheese with it, and please help the Terran community fix the metagame. Thank you guys for watching. 118 AD, Morningstar I set up camp inside the barrow. This has to be the place. According to all my research, the burial chamber should be located here. All I need is some time on the server to find the claw. It must be hidden here somewhere.